Morning. HD Live 24/7 welcomes you all to Good Morning India today on 19th April, Sunday, 2026. And the newspaper, it means The Hindu, and of course it's of Saturday, of 18th April, 2026. Let me go through the important newspaper headlines and news in detail somewhere. Right, so in the front page we get in brief, democracy being strangled, man after ED searchage. Next, income tax raids rock pole-bound West Bengal. The next headline is that Constitution Amendment Bill, a part of delimitation package, defeated. The bill falls short of the two-thirds mark of 352 votes, with 298 in favor and 230 against in the House, where 528 members were present at the time of voting. Home Minister Amit Shah warns opposition that it will face the wrath of women voters. Here we can see the graph over here. Opposition joins hands. Opposition parties defeated a constitution amendment bill which sought to implement delimitation and increase Lok Sabha seats based on the 2011 census. A category in favor, number of MPs 298 and share 56.4% against 230, 43.6%. Abstentions 0 and share 0%, and total present and voting 528. The share is 100%. Required two-third majority, that is 352, that is 66.7%. All right, so in the same page you got more newspaper headlines. Iran declares a Strait of Hormuz open. U.S. blockade to continue. Next, we get a restoring trust. Manipur CM pushes for dialogue among the Hurls, Kuki, Naga community members. More news headlines on the same page. EWS aspirants can claim job relaxations granted to SC, ST, OBC applicants, says Delhi High Court. Next, Rajasthan rolls back drive to rename school children. The list of names for school students issued by the Education Department had entries such as Bhayankar, that is terrifying, Lajja, shame, Maki, fly, Bechoradash, that is helpless, Ahankar, eagle, and Ahid, harm. The April 13th order was withdrawn on Friday. The Hindu second page goes here. Dad jokes walking, a showcase here. A cautionary tale on the cost of ambition that pays dividends. Fired by Vijay Varma's restrained intensity and director Nagraj Manjule's signature social realism, Makta King turns out to be familiar but gripping crime drama that is worth betting on. All right, so from the third page, the Hindu states, get more newspaper headlines. Farmers defy rail roker after Punjab government's assurance. Next, now going back on liquor ban in Bihar, Shamrat Chowdhury. New chief minister says with SIR done, the state government will soon launch a special drive against infiltrators in Bihar. Creates a flutter on social media by refusing to wear a skull cap offered to him. More headlines. Row over proposed resort on island in Meghalaya Lake. Next, mob attacks Assam Forest Range office over encroachment. 30 policemen injured, 4 detained. We get more news headlines here. Student found dead in NIT Kurukshetra. The Hindu fourth number page in brief. Up to contest the civic polls in Haryana State Unit Chief. Let me go to this. Haryana Aam Aadmi Party, this F Chief Sushil Gupta on Friday said his party will contest the municipal corporation elections in Panchkula, Ambala and Sonipat and claimed that people are fed up with the BJP and the Congress and are looking for a change. Mr. Gupta said he has met AAP National convener Arvind Kejriwal and discussed it with him. Quote unquote, the people of Haryana have made of their minds the very same amenities currently being enjoyed by the people of Punjab must be made available in Haryana as well, he said. The polling is scheduled for 10th May and votes will be counted on 13th May. More headlines. Punjab anti-sacrilege bill sent for governor's assent, Chief Minister. Next, Priyanka Chaturvedi laments as Shena this UBT votes against the bill enabling women's quota. Next, Telangana Chief Minister thanks opposition leaders for defeat of amendment bill in Lok Sabha. More headlines here. Is EPS silent over delimitation owing to fear of ignorance? Asks Chidambaram. Next, Stalin, Rahul, unlikely to share stage for Tamil Nadu election campaign. More headlines. Disheartened by bill defeat in Lok Sabha, says Tamang. Next headline goes here from the fourth number page. Tea parties want Prime Minister to end mandatory auction rules for producers, say costs exceed profits. Next, the Congress-led opposition proven to be anti-women, says Himanta on bill defeat. Next, fifth number page, the states here. Karnataka Congress MLA sentenced to life for murder of a BJP leader. Next, 9 tourists from Kerala killed in accident in Balparai. More headlines. 9 of a family dead as a car catches fire after colliding with bus in Karnataka. Next, BDS students death teachers seek bail. The Hindu 6 number page editorial. Deservedly dead. A ramrod approach to delimitation was bound to fall. Next, a temporary truce. The US-Israel ceasefire with Iran must hold across all fronts. Next, 6 number page, the Hindu editorial continues here. Why women's reservation cannot wait any longer. Next, Pope Leo and Trump, the battle for America's soul. Next, from the 7th page, Ground Zero. We get here a write-up by A.M. Jigesh and Ashok Kumar. How the war on Iran set off worker protests around Delhi. The Hindu 8th number page. From the page 1, news there, and side by side we get the South Stood United made its voice heard, says Stalin. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister says delimitation should be a process that strengthens the union, not weakens its balance. Voicing support for women's quota bill, he adds that voters will see through NDA optics. As Stalin quotes here, I would like to quote it and of course unquote it. We asked for fairness, for a procedure that is consulted, thought through and agreed upon. Not one pushed through for political gain. This is our resolve every time Tamil Nadu's rights are challenged, every time its identity or culture is questioned, and every time the federal spirit of India is tested. Tamil Nadu will rise united and unwavering. Unquote. More headlines. Stalin tried to get political dividend by enacting a drama, says Palaniswamy. Next, Supreme Court wants a Rajasthan MP and UP over Chambal mining. Next, Supreme Court asks if judges must rise above religious beliefs in matters of conscience. Next, a 4 mouse killed in Jharkhand. Next, FIR can be registered against Rahul over British citizenship charge, High Court. Petition points to documents related to a farm said to have been incorporated in the UK in 2003. Next, VP CP Radhakrishnan to visit Sri Lanka tomorrow, says MEA. Next, Supreme Court asks if judges must rise above religious beliefs in matters of conscience. Krishna Das Rajagopal reports. The Supreme Court on Friday sought a clarification from senior advocate and jurist Rajiv Dhawan whether judges functioning as a constitutional court must soar above their own personal religious conscience while called on to examine matters of freedom of conscience. The question came from Justice Asaduddin Amanullah, who is a member of the nine-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of India Surya Kant, hearing the Sabrimala review case primarily on the extent to which courts could judicially review religious practices and whether an inquisitorial scrutiny would be a breach of Article 25, freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion, and Article 26, the right to manage religious affairs. Quote unquote, you said freedom of conscience has a very wide amplification. Are you hinting that as judges, as a constitutional court, religion and conscience cannot be equated as religion may be personal to me? But then, when I have to judge, I have to rise above that religious conscience to a level where I balance it with constitutional provisions and see the larger picture emerging from it, Justice Amanullah asked Mr. Dhawan. Justice B.V. Nagaratna, also on the bench, asked if Mr. Dhawan was arguing that conscience was something larger than religion, or whether conscience should take its color from religion. She asked if conscience and religion were so terminus. Quote unquote, so far we have been told that when it is religion, do not touch, probably as a constitutional authority and under the scheme of the Constitution. When we are called upon to get into the area of conscience, we should not be restricted by the term religion, Justice Asanamullah asked. Mr. Dhawan responded that the persona of a judge cuts across the Constitution. He illustrated that a judge cannot be identified with his personal religion when asked to examine a matter of faith and conscience. He said the freedom of conscience, which is mentioned separately from the right to freely profess, practice, and propagate religion in Article 25 is an expansive right. Quote unquote, there are two rights. They are two vital rights. Exercise of the right to conscience must be done respectfully and in a bona fide manner, he said. Internal right. Justice M.M. Sundesh indicated that freedom of conscience was an internal right to nurse a belief, while the freedom of religion was an external manifestation of that conscience. The Supreme Court would resume the hearing on 21st April. Right, so from 9th number page, The Hindu. Let me check out more news headlines and news in details. A violation of one person, one vote, one value. Shah, Home Minister, points to the vast disparities in the number of people represented by MPs, says North-South divide narrative is detrimental to India and it will not diminish the popularity of government. Next headlines, opposition has blockaded an attempt to alter the electoral framework of India. Rahul. Next, the opposition leaders hail victory of constitution. Next, Rahul's no-wife issue remark elicits laughter in Lok Sabha. Next, delimitation will turn out to be political demonetization. Tharoor. Next, BJP is using women as a human shield for elections, says DMK MP Kanimosi. Next headline, Centre's approach to delimitation wrong. Next, BJP to hit the streets to protest against the bill defeat. The Hindu, page number 10, in brief. Harivansh secures the third term as the Rajya Sabha deputy chairman. Next, India not to host COP33 in 2028, the government confirms. Next, Supreme Court allows a Congress leader to seek bail in Assam court. Next, the 8 men arrested in Amravati sexual exploitation case. Next, 2 Trinamool Congress leaders face IT shortage. Next, TCS case accused to seek anticipatory bail from Nashik court. Next, cash incentives for women steer Bengal poll discourse. 11th number page, The Hindu. In brief, NASCOM announces a fourth cohort of Gen AI Foundry. Next, the Coal Ministry launches 15th round of commercial auctions. Next, Dredging Corp IOC will sign rupees 2,000 crore fuel supply pact. Next, Indian refiners said to pay for Iran oil in yuan via ICICI Bank. Next, PNGRB close to finalizing bids for 4 LPG pipelines. Next, banking FDI for nuclear power projects on cards. Next, Bangalore is India-based choice for 7 of top 10 AI firms. Next, expedite co-location in commodity markets, urges ANMI. Next, the Indian refiners said to pay for Iran oil in yuan via ICICI Bank. Next, Adani undertakes rupees 1 lakh crore multi-lal nagar redevelopment project in Mumbai. The Hindu 12th number page, world. We get to hear Melbourne. Australian former soldier gets bail on Afghanistan war crime charges. Next, Colombo. Sri Lanka repatriates survivors of U.S. torpedo attack on Iranian ship. Next, Washington. IMF, World Bank restore relations with Venezuela. Detainees released. Next, Geneva. Rohingya sea crossings hit record death toll in 2025, UN report says. Next, truce in effect as Trump says Israel prohibited from bombing Lebanon. That is, Israel will not be bombing Lebanon any longer. Enough is enough, says UK leader, adding that Washington would work with Beirut to deal with Hezbollah, displaced residential stream towards southern Lebanon after the truce came into force. Next, Starmer faces calls to resign as Mendelssohn row reignites. Next, Myanmar ex-president freed, Suki's sentence reduced. Next, Sri Lanka's energy minister resigns amid graft allegations. Next, China decries Japanese ship transiting Taiwan Strait. Next, from 13th number page, The Hindu, sport. An opportunity Titans bring in asteroids as a replacement for injured Banton. Next, spectacular effort. Tendulkar Tom's stress relay catch one of the best. Next, a warning. BCCI finds RR manager Vinder rupees 1 lakh for anti-corruption breach. Next, rear feed. De Kock is the fastest wicket keeper to score 3 IPL centuries. Next, Green rides his luck as Knight Riders end up with 180 against Gill's Titans. Next, Fleming not planning to shuffle this CSK top order. Next, RCB takes on DC, looks to make it 3 wins in a row. Right, so the more from sports from page number 14, The Hindu. Discussions with Anand and Prague held at the candidates, says Vaishali. Next, toothless bowling attack compounds MI's problems. Next, inaugural boulders, classic goes to Shibanka. Next, Farouk's strike seals CFC's first home victory of the season. Right, winning on home soil is special, says Shivanka. Shruti and Priya in for Teresa and Gayatri. Dear viewers, here comes to an end of reading out the Hindu newspaper. And before signing off, I'd like to wish you all happy Gariya Puja, right? And have a great time ahead. Keep watching AGT Live 24/7 on YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Thank you. Bye-bye. Namaskar. Jatna Mumbai.
আমাদের পরিবেশিত এই সংবাদটি দেখার জন্য ধন্যবাদ। চিনিও কত্তমা নাইমা বাগুই বেলাই হাম্বাই।
ये न्यूज़ कंटेंट देखने के लिए शुक्रिया। अगर आपका कोई सुझाव है तो हमें कमेंट कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए AGT Live 24/7।
Thanks for watching AGT Live 24/7.